And hello everybody, welcome to y.W.c Monday Night Raw. I am Jimmy Bly, joined by Christopher Pierce and Kyle Matthews. Gentlemen, tonight seems to be quite an episode.
Absolutely, and we're kicking things off here with the Intercontinental Champion, as you can see here, Chris Jericho, and he will be taking on the man who he will face here in a couple of weeks at our next pay-per-view for the Intercontinental title, Finn Balor.
Kind of a Extreme Rules preview here of Jericho versus Balor, and tell you what, Chris Jericho, he's been a very, very dominant Intercontinental Champion, but this is the first time in a long time we've seen Finn Balor get himself into a championship picture on Raw, so it'll be interesting to see how he does here. Also, whoever gets this victory is going to have a bit of a mental advantage heading into Extreme Rules in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. You never know what can happen. And this match was made by General Manager Michael Norman to test Finn Balor's will, if you must, to see if Finn Balor is ready to face Chris Jericho.
And of course, also, last week Finn Balor, sorry to interrupt you there, but Finn Balor earned a shot at the Intercontinental title by winning an over-the-top battle royal, facing 5 other competitors. So, it's a good way to test Finn Balor tonight and see how he does against Chris Jericho.
And think of who he had to.
However, that.
Go ahead.
All right. Keep in mind that the winner of this match also gets to pick the stipulation for their match at Extreme Rules.
And I was just going to say, to your point, Kyle, think of who it was, the last competitor Finn Balor had to eliminate in that Battle Royal, the Demon Kane. So Finn Balor definitely proving that he's able to take on men bigger than he is, which I think is going to put him in good stead against a guy just about the same strength and size in the Intercontinental Champion, Chris Jericho.
That is a very good point, and here's Jericho starting things out here, a nice suplex.
Now we know that aside from Hell in a Cell, Extreme Rules is maybe one of the most dangerous for the competitors, one of the most dangerous pay-per-views. If you're Jericho and Finn Balor, I mean, you've got like a whole Thanksgiving table in front of you of stipulations you could choose from. Which stipulation do you think would favor either one of these two competitors?
I don't even know if that's even possible. These two, I mean, it all really comes down to who wins this match and what their match of choice could be. I mean, look at Chris Jericho. He's no stranger to hardcore matches. I mean, look at some of the stuff he's wrestled in. He's wrestled in an asylum match. An asylum match. I mean, who the hell knows what Chris Jericho could think of? And I don't know Finn Balor all that well to know what kind of match he could pick. But for all we know, this could end up being like a ladder match or something.
Well, why not? Chris Jericho invented the ladder match, so that'd be a matchup to be right down his alley.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow, nice springboard
nice DDT there.
Springboard DDT by Chris Jericho.
Yeah, keep in mind, you never know what could happen. Chris Jericho can always pull something out of his hat. He could hit that code breaker or put in the walls of Jericho out of nowhere.
Let's keep in mind, too, the guy that Chris Jericho won the Intercontinental Championship belt from, Baron Corbin. Now, keep in mind, Baron Corbin spent a lot of time down in NXT before coming up to the Raw roster. Same can be said for Finn Balor. So, is this kind of deja vu for Chris Jericho? Can what he applied to get the title away from Baron Corbin be applied here in this matchup and in 2 weeks against Finn Balor?
Oh, and look at Jericho here going for the walls.
It very well could.
Balor trying to get to the ropes there. And looks like we're having some kind of technical difficulties with our monitor. There we go.
There you go. Get it squared away. Damn budget cuts.
Didn't even know we had a budget, to be honest, but anyway.
Well,
hey.
I mean, we only have one referee, so there's got to be some sort of budget there.
That's true.
We're about to not have any referees. And Charles Robinson keeps refereeing in other companies.
Yeah, right. Roll up here by Jericho on Finn Balor, and Finn reverses it.
I'll hear it. Now Jericho reverses.
Seesawing back and forth. And Charles Robinson's arm must be getting very tired right now.
That's true. These guys trying to one-up each other.
Well, I've lost count of how many reversals we've seen in a pin here, but this is impressive.
Oh, and now it finally gets broken up. Finn Balor able to fight out of it and get his shoulders off the mat. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Drop kick right to the side of the head.
Yep, and you know, drop kicks to the side of the head is can always hurt you. I've seen superstar after superstar back in my day when I used to commentate for the Independents. I see somebody get kicked in the side of the head and literally have to get taken to the hospital because of it. So kicks to the head are always dangerous.
I mean, you name
Believe
it,
me,
concussions, neck injuries, all sorts of things happen when you've got a blow to your skull.
Death.
It could possibly end careers, too. I mean,
Death.
depending on how it
could
goes.
end lives. It could end lives.
Yeah. Definitely.
You get kicked in the temple the wrong way, bam, you're dead. Finn Balor running back inside the ring. He did a cool little swing blade thing. Oh, look at Finn Balor.
Can't turn your back on Chris Jericho.
Oh, another swing blade.
Right
Never
now,
turn your back on Chris Jericho.
And obviously you can't count the savvy veteran out, but right now it's looking like it's advantage Balor in this matchup.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a renewed Finn Balor since he's won that Battle Royal.
Yeah, we hadn't even, before last week, we hadn't really seen Finn Balor for a while, and boy, he's come back with a vengeance. Was very impressive winning that match last week, and he's holding his own very well against Chris Jericho so far.
Another swing blade there on Y.W.c. Now working on the arm, which would take away the potentiality of the walls of Jericho being cinched in for a second time in this matchup.
Yeah, very true, but Chris Jericho's very savvy in the ring, so we'll have to wait and see. The man of 1,000 moves. If he can't put in the
Oh my!
Whoa! Was that a code breaker?
That was a code breaker!
Finn Balor just did the code breaker to Jericho. Oh, and plants Jericho. Oh my God! Wow!
Almost like a muscle buster there on Jericho, and that could do it.
Put Jericho away. 2, no. Wow! What kind? Imagine the humiliation that Jericho would have went in if he got put away by his own move.
I'm not sure Jericho
what did
knows
they say,
what.
That invitation.
Yeah, sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jericho really knows what hit him, but I'm sure he's going to watch this matchup back to, kind of prepare for the Extreme Rules match. Lion Salt.
And he got him.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what,
Jericho.
Finn Balor using Jericho's move against him, I think that may have just put Finn Balor on the list.
Yeah, especially with the Lion Soul. Chris Jericho walks away with the victory here of Monday Night Raw. Big momentum boost. Now we get.
What kind of stipulation will he pick?
That's gonna be a good question. I'll have to wait and see. What will Chris Jericho pick for his stipulation?
Well, it's champion's advantage.
Yep, and we got more to come here on Monday Night Raw. Cruiserweight action.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher, stop dancing.
I can't help it. I got my groove on.
Kyle, what are we going to do with him?
I have no idea. But I really can't blame him. I mean, it's kind of hard not to dance in this theme.
Rich Swann making his way to the ring. We've seen his impressive debut last week. Can he follow it up? Another match between him and Kalisto.
All right, so Jimmy, you just told me to stop grooving to Rich Swann's music, and now you're doing the lucha thing. I mean, come on, being a hypocrite here.
I can't help it, okay?
Tell you what, these cruiserweights, they're fun to watch in the ring, but they got some pretty doggone amazing entrances, too.
Yes, they do.
That is definitely true, and this is going to be a fun match here to watch. Of course, both of these are high flyers, typical of what you see from the cruiserweights here.
Imagine what you can see. It's going to be great to see Rich Swann and Kalisto go at it. Now, the only question is, I don't believe, unless my memory has failed me,
wouldn't be the first time.
We still don't know a number one contender. We still don't know a number one contender for T.J. Perkins' title.
Tell you what, whichever one of these gentlemen it would be, if indeed this could be considered a potential number one contenders match, I mean, I think that whichever one would be the number one contender would definitely be a great matchup against the current champ, T.J. Perkins.
What a DDT by Kalisto. Oh, look at Rich Swann. What's he doing?
Oh,
a power
goodness.
Bomb right off the apron there.
Look at Kalisto right back up to his feet, delivering the stiff shots. And oh, I think his knee just ran into the steps.
Very well could have.
Kalisto could be injured right there. His left knee just ran to those steel steps, and now what's Swann doing with the steps?
Boy, he almost got himself disqualified right there. That'd have been
Extreme Rules isn't for 2 more weeks.
Right? I mean, he's getting ahead of himself.
Yeah, watch out there. Extreme Rules, 2 weeks. These two gonna fight. See, the one thing about cruiserweights is that, much like most of the other superstars we know, these cruiserweights put a lot. I believe they put a lot more heart into their matches. They put more will, more wherewithal, more heart, more determination into winning their matches, and boy, does it show.
Well, they kind of have to when you think about it, because think of the risks, the high-flying risks that these cruiserweights take. So, I think there has to be an added sense of dedication to everything you do in that ring.
Yeah, I think they feel like they have something, to prove because of, because of their size compared to everybody else. And boy, they go out there and they put on a hell of a show every single time they're in the ring.
I mean, a lot of times, I think you're right, Kyle, that the cruiserweights kind of feel they've been overshadowed. They kind of almost maybe feel of themselves as mid-carders on every episode, and they really shouldn't feel like that, because as we've stated and as they prove every single week, they are just as talented, just as powerful, just as athletic as any other person in the main event on the main card.
Very true. These guys are definitely equals. I can
Northern
say that
Lights
much
suplex
for
by
sure. Look at Rich Swann
right there into the bridge.
Oh, he got it. He beat him.
That was a pretty dominating performance there by Rich Swann.
It was.
Very impressive.
And could we maybe be looking at the new number one contender?
Very true. T.J. Perkins had to have been watching in the back very closely. Boy, and I must tell you guys, are you guys ready for this match?
Oh, yes.
Gonna have a little reunion.
Here comes the tag team champions and the Ascension, who have been very impressive, but needless to say, as you will see, they're gonna be facing their stiffest competition yet.
No doubt about that. I mean, we've seen the Ascension. They've turned back a lot of really well-gelled tag teams, but I think tonight may be their toughest task yet since winning those tag team title belts.
Very true. Now, we've seen the club last week win against the Ascension. Now, a little reunion, as I say, as out comes the Demon Kane.
And this guy is scary enough on his own, but once you see his tag team partner, let's put it this way, I wouldn't want to be, a part of the Ascension right about now.
And, I gotta think Kane's not in the best of moods, because remember, last week he was just inches away from becoming the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship before he got eliminated by Finn Balor. So you gotta think he's not in the best of moods here tonight.
No, probably not at all.
I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, and here we go.
Here we go. Kane's tag team partner.
And guys, this is y.W.c history. It's the first time on y.W.c television that we're going to be seeing, for the first time, the Brothers of Destruction.
Now, we all know The Undertaker already has his #1 contendership for John Cena's y.W.c World Championship. They win this match, they go on next week on Monday Night Raw to face the club in a #1 contenders match as well for the tag team championship.
Yeah, Undertaker could potentially have a lot of gold here in the coming weeks if everything works. If everything works out? Easy for me to say.
But here's the question I have, though. I mean, I know the Undertaker is obviously, he's an icon in this business. But let's say the Brothers of Destruction are able to face the Ascension and Extreme Rules for the tag team titles. Would that make Undertaker be at a bit of a disadvantage later on that night, taking on John Cena with the y.W.c championship on the line?
Well, we all know that The Undertaker isn't as young as he used to be. But depending on how early the tag team match is, there could be a good chance for him to have enough time to recuperate before the main event.
I think tonight could be a very telling story as well. If we're going to kind of try and think in future respect of, let's say these two are the ones that challenge the Ascension for the tag team titles at Extreme Rules. Maybe in this matchup, if we can see the Brothers of Destruction put the Ascension away quickly, that could be a sign that they could maybe do the same at Extreme Rules, and Undertaker wouldn't really have to spend a whole lot of energy.
That's true. I'll tell you one thing. These guys win the match, and if the Brothers of Destruction win this match, and then win next week, and then at Extreme Rules, I'm pretty sure the Undertaker will probably rely more on his brother Kane to deal most of the damage. So Undertaker won't have to be in the match as long as normal.
Good point.
The rest of the tag team division has got to be on notice right here. I mean, they can't, everybody else can't feel real comfortable with Kane and the Undertaker being on the same page. That is for sure.
Yeah, we've seen Kane and Undertaker been enemies and brothers right now, and we saw how dominant these guys were back in the day when they were a tag team. Multiple time tag team champions, Kane and Undertaker were.
Boy, these two have provided us with so many memories over the years, and it's really nice to see them, here on y.W.c.
Now, as mentioned, Undertaker's #1 contender for the y.W.c championship. Now, my question would be, even though this is a tag team matchup, could John Cena be watching this match and learning anything he could apply in the championship match at Extreme Rules against the Undertaker?
I would say so. I mean, we've seen John Cena face the Undertaker before, at least 3 or 4 times, and lost every time. So, it's definitely gonna be a learning experience for John Cena. He needs to watch every Undertaker match he can, even the old ones.
And of course, we've talked about the Ascension, the run they've been on, but of course, losing to the club, you got to think that maybe if somehow they can knock off the Brothers of Destruction tonight, that would help get them at least back on track, because I think that their momentum's been a little bit derailed after that loss they suffered last week.
That would have definitely inflated their ego.
Absolutely.
In a question here, I mean, Undertaker and Kane are able to knock off the tag team champs. What is that going to do for the club? I mean, you would think, with their victory last week, I mean, that would definitely put them in the running for the tag team titles as well.
Wow.
Here. So this could be very interesting.
You see that combo by the Undertaker. 3 punches and a huge boot to the face.
His foot just engulfed the face of Victor there.
I thought Victor putting up a good fight. Just look at him picking him up and slamming him down. God, please.
And now Kane deposited on the outside. Yeah.
The apron. Yeah.
I mean, why not try and single out somebody? Last thing you want is to have to face off against both Brothers of Destruction. If you can single it out to maybe just one, the odds are kind of in your favor. You may need a couple more people on your team, but
I'll tell you right now,
more of a pick your poison type situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one do you want to deal with?
I'll tell you right now, I'm glad Charles Robinson is just keeping his distance.
And look at this, telling Kane to get out of the ring.
But notice he didn't go up and get in his face like he does other superstars.
Just stay 100 feet away and tell him get out. Yeah, that's very smart.
Look, he even ran away from Kane again.
Good strategy here by the Ascension. You're seeing a lot of quick tags. Not allowing any of them to get completely worn out here. And
yeah, but it's not doing any good.
No.
I mean, they're seeming to have effect, but the effect doesn't last long at all.
Another quick tag. Undertaker's like, okay, come on.
Oh, wow.
Clothesline, vintage Undertaker there.
Oh, grabs him by the throat.
Oh, boy, setting him up.
Gonna send him for a ride.
Choke slam to Connor. Is that enough to put the Ascension away? 1, 2, 3.
That is it.
The Undertaker and Kane have won.
Well, remember you were saying the Undertaker would probably want Kane to do most of the work in Extreme Rules? Undertaker took care of most of that business in this matchup.
Well, it's not Extreme Rules.
Yeah, good point.
Look at Charles.
Yeah, very smart.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Very smart. So next week, the Club and the Brothers of Destruction for the #1 contendership for the y.W.c Raw Tag Team Championships at Extreme Rules.
Gotta tell you, who's gonna stop these guys if they become champions?
It's an unholy alliance, and I'm not really sure anyone's gonna be able to stop them.
Oh, hey, look, we're in Orlando, Florida now. And here comes everyone's most beloved superstar, and I say that with the greatest of sarcasm.
Yeah, between him and Roman Reigns, I don't know who's more popular.
All y.W.c World Champion John Cena. Crowd is almost deafening, letting them know exactly what they think of our world champion.
And you gotta wonder what was just going through Cena's mind if he was watching that matchup that just happened, the dominating performance by The Undertaker, the very man he'll have to face at Extreme Rules with his y.W.c World Championship on the line.
Now this is gonna be a bit of a different type of match here. John Cena going up against the Money in the Bank winner, Shelton Benjamin. Shelton himself asked for this match. So Michael Roman obliged.
And theoretically, I mean, Shelton Benjamin and John Cena can go out here and have a match, and then right afterward, Benjamin can cash in and try to become champion. But
yeah, very true.
Well, think about it. Benjamin might not even have to have a match. I mean, he could get himself intentionally disqualified, wear Cena down with a chair, with a kendo stick, who knows, and then cash in.
Yeah, that's very true.
So many possibilities when you're holding that Money in the Bank briefcase.
Right out of the gate, huge clothesline by John Cena on Shelton Benjamin. And you gotta wonder if John Cena beats Shelton Benjamin, is that gonna make Benjamin think twice about maybe cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase while Cena's champion?
Well, maybe Benjamin requested this match as a bit of a test to see, to see what he has for Cena, or how to prepare for Cena.
Hey, why not?
Here's the ultimate question. Would you rather cash in on John Cena or The Undertaker?
I'd rather cash in on Charles Robinson.
Yeah, we'll see. There's actually some backstage heat between Shelton Benjamin and General Manager Michael Norman. Apparently, General Manager Michael Norman isn't too fond on how Shelton is handling himself with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Which is kind of ironic when you think back to the fact that Michael Norman went to war with Seth Cole to bring Shelton Benjamin to Raw.
Maybe that's why Shelton did ask for this match.
Could be. Cena, right now, delivering the offense, hasn't really allowed Shelton Benjamin to get out of the blocks at all.
Oh, not really. I bet you Michael Norman is watching this match very intently.
I'll bet you The Undertaker may also be watching this matchup as well. I mean, not only when you watch matchups of your opponent at upcoming pay-per-views do you have an opportunity to kind of figure out counters to moves, but I mean, let's say Shelton Benjamin injures Cena at some point here. The Undertaker would then be able to hone in on whatever body part may have a possible injury to be able to use against Cena at Extreme Rules.
That's true as well.
And it makes me wonder, I mean, like you just mentioned, Undertaker probably paying attention to this match as well. But what do you think Taker is focusing on more here? Because, we got, obviously, the world title match with John Cena, but, like we just saw, him and Kane are now in the running for the tag team championships. So, I mean, where do you think Taker's main focus is right now?
Both. I think both. I know that not many superstars are able to stretch themselves that thin to be able to concentrate on more than one championship at a time, but I think Taker, especially with the fact that he's
isn't a man.
Well, also keep in mind Undertaker with the tag team title, scenario, he's got a 7-foot monster, his brother Kane, to help him out in that. So, I think Undertaker's got a luxury that not many people have, where he's got somebody by his side that can help kind of take the pressure off the tag team title picture, and so Taker can kind of go 75% focused on the world championship and maybe 25% on the tag team titles.
Which is very true. You never know. We're just 2 weeks away from Extreme Rules. We got next week is the last Raw before Extreme Rules, so it's the weekend before Christmas.
Yeah, nothing says Merry Christmas like a bunch of Extreme Rules matches.
Oh, John Cena. I wonder what Cena's up to here.
Don't know. He's setting up for something.
Oh, he just blocked Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, got him up.
Cena's setting him up.
Oh, Shelton reversed it into an execution.
Nice reversal by Shelton Benjamin, knowing what was coming.
What a shoulder tackle there by John Cena.
Oh, wow. Oh. Flying uppercut.
Uh-oh, what's Shelton thinking about?
I don't know. Whatever is not good for Cena. Oh! And he's got him into the armbar.
Double.
Into the armbar submission. And Cena's not near the ropes.
Wow, Shelton now looking to punish John Cena.
And all of a sudden it's advantage Benjamin. I mean, John Cena's had the upper hand for most of this matchup, but now Shelton Benjamin all of a sudden coming to life. And as soon as I say that, Cena takes to the air.
Oh, it's John Cena. What do you expect? Cena goes for the pin on Shelton Benjamin. Shelton kicks out at 2. Uh-oh.
He's got him again. And in the center of the ring.
Got him.
Cena fighting it.
I'm not sure if Cena fought out of that or if Shelton Benjamin just let him out of it. But
referee Charles Robinson in perfect position to see if Cena was going to submit or not, and it looks like Shelton now is focusing on that left arm of Cena.
I think he's focusing on the right arm of Cena connected to his face.
Oh, wow!
Cena nearly had him.
Maybe
Oh,
2 3/4, and Shelton got the shoulder up.
Oh, a unique vertical suplex.
John Cena realizing he has to kind of re-educate himself here against Shelton Benjamin.
He got it too.
Oh, nice go behind there by Benjamin. And again,
Shelton
working on that left arm.
Some offense back.
Still working on the left arm.
I have to say, regardless of the result of this match, Shelton Benjamin is holding his own quite nicely against Cena.
John Cena going for a submission.
Oh, he's got him in a submission there. Not exactly sure what kind of submission that is.
Wrenching the back. Shelton Benjamin, who is not giving up. Boy, Shelton Benjamin is definitely proving something today.
Oh, wow. And the
knee
gold,
drop right on the throat.
Yeah. And the gold standard trying to show that he's got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect, and right now into a bit of a backbreaker bridge submission. He released it. Oh boy.
Like okay, I don't think that was necessarily a T-bone suplex, and if it was modified right into another knee drop. He's not on the ropes. Is that enough to put
Can he
John
knock
away?
off the champion?
No, kick out at 1. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
nice suplex there.
Brainbuster suplex.
Could that
Is that
be
enough
it?
to put Cena away?
That might be it. I don't know.
Oh, and John
No,
once again
just a
kicking out at 1.
Wow.
Man.
Uh-oh. Cena reversed something.
Uh-oh.
John Cena shoved
He's
him
got
into
him
the-
up. Oh,
Reverses it again.
second time he's been up in the AA position. Oh, boy.
Oh, this will be the third time.
Third time into the armbar.
Submission.
Cena's close to the ropes, but not quite there. His foot is close. Referee right in
Cena's
position.
still not giving up.
And again, that's the third time that... Well, actually, no, that was the right arm that time that Shelton Benjamin had in the arm bar. So now he's had the left arm in an arm bar twice and the right arm in an arm bar once. So working on both of the tree trunk-like arms of Cena.
See that right hand that Cena did. What's Cena doing now?
Not...
He's going for the springboard stunner.
And he hits it!
Springboard stunner on Shelton Benjamin. Is that enough to put Shelton
Could
away?
be it.
1, 2, 3, and it's over.
And it is.
Well, give Shelton Benjamin credit. I mean, he definitely gave it his all.
Absolutely, and if he was using this match as a test, I mean, he knows what he has to do now to take down Cena.
This crowd is very warming to John Cena, it sounds like.
Absolutely.
Well, guys, good win by our world champion, but are you ready for what's next? Spear versus Spear. Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. Are you guys ready for this?
Is that a question?
This should be very fun.
And I can only imagine what's going through Roman Reigns' head at this point.
I mean, we've seen Roman Reigns go to battle with some pretty tough men, but it's maybe the toughest man yet.
That's very true. Here comes Mr. Roman himself. And I'll tell you, if you guys are saying something, I could definitely not hear you over this ruckus crowd.
I don't think there's much we have to say. I think the crowd speaks for everybody.
what's got to be going through Roman Reigns' mind here? Is he, as he prepares for this match against Goldberg of all people? I mean, he's had some stiff competition before, but nobody quite like Goldberg.
Well, let me take you back to a moment in Roman Reigns' career at WrestleMania when he took on an equally tough individual in Brock Lesnar. Lesnar hit Roman Reigns with everything he had, and Roman Reigns was laughing. So I'll tell you what, that Samoan pride, I think, may be something that'll give him a little bit of an advantage heading into this matchup with Goldberg.
Absolutely, but we've seen what Goldberg has done to Brock Lesnar in the past too. So
yeah, good point.
And speaking of Goldberg, here he comes, making his way from the back. Hey, it's definitely got to be rough on Roman. Spear versus spear, powerhouse versus powerhouse.
And I have to think back to a couple weeks ago at Survivor Series when Goldberg made his shocking debut in y.W.c as a replacement for Team Raw. And boy, I mean that place was just absolutely electric. It was deafening. And same type of reaction here tonight. Man, these people love Goldberg.
And keep in mind, too, it's almost seeming like we're going to be seeing Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar possibly at Extreme Rules. Remember last week on SmackDown when Goldberg attacked Lesnar and then delivered that chilling message, Brock Lesnar, you are next. So could this be maybe a warm-up match for Goldberg, maybe whetting his appetite if we officially have a matchup between Goldberg and Lesnar at Extreme Rules?
Very true. I know General Manager Michael Norman has been in touch with Commissioner Seth Cole on the matter. But in a way, let's see what's going to happen here. Look at Roman Reigns already right off the start.
Wait, you said that General Manager Michael Norman's actually talked with Seth Cole?
Yes.
Very interesting, because there's been absolutely no contact at all with Seth Cole from anyone on the SmackDown side. And ever since that whole reveal of General Manager Dylan Young being the masked figure, still the wondering of when Seth Cole might return. There's been no contact.
But I also didn't say it was easy either.
No, good point. Michael Norman, businessman as always, has ways.
Commissioner Seth Cole has a job. He can't just up and stay away from the office either.
We've been talking about the fact, Goldberg, he's dominant, he's powerful, but remember that point that you brought up during the Undertaker match, with Kane, how Undertaker, he's getting up there in age. Well, could the age factor affect Goldberg in this matchup? Because Roman Reigns, there's no doubt about it, he is in his prime.
Yeah, Roman is, but you still really can't count out Goldberg at all. You never know what Goldberg will do next. No pun intended. Oh, what a flying clothesline there by Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns has been in control since the start of this match. It's pretty impressive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now talk to Mecha Kyle.
Mecha Kyle.
Oh, what a power slam.
I think maybe the port of your microphone might have unplugged from our table, Kyle. I'm not sure. Whoa, look at there. Goldberg was going for the spear, and Roman Reigns able to sidestep it.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. It's Lesnar.
The United States champion. What is Brock Lesnar doing on Raw?
I'll give you 3 guesses. One ought to do it. Lesnar's been on the receiving end of 2 attacks from Goldberg on SmackDown, and now Lesnar has invaded Goldberg's territory of Raw.
I think my microphone went into shock after this whole thing happened here. Wow, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Lesnar suplex to Goldberg. And now takes out Roman Reigns.
What is going on?
And the
Brock Lesnar.
Is this match still going? The referee hasn't called for the bell yet.
Brock is just taking everybody to Suplex City right now. I mean, Brock Lesnar not in a good mood. Now setting Goldberg
Oh,
up for
man.
an F5.
Roman Reigns just watching. F5. Oh, now he tried. Now he tried.
Roman. Roman, wrong place, wrong time. Right on to Goldberg. Oh, but look at this.
Uh-oh. Some military press.
Oh.
A military press to Brock Lesnar.
Oh, but Lesnar with an elbow right to the head. And I
don't think Charles.
I think the match has been called off, guys. I think the match has now been called off.
I don't think so. Look at this.
Second F5 to Goldberg by Brock Lesnar. And now Lesnar. Uh-oh.
I mean, look at Roman Reigns.
Oh, Reigns. Locked and loaded.
Was this a no disqualification match without us knowing?
I don't know, but whatever the case, Reigns has just hit the spear on Goldberg. And Reigns has pinned him.
And it's over. I have no clue what in the world just happened.
Well, it's very simple. Lesnar inserted himself in the match and then basically handed this win to Roman Reigns.
Not without a couple of hits to Roman. Well, what's gonna happen on SmackDown? Monday Night Raw is over. Roman Reigns victorious over Goldberg. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.